Hi everyone, and welcome to this very special edition of the Philly Brutes Rugby Roundtable. My name's Sean Phelan, and welcome to the Lions Origin Series presented by Canterbury. Very appreciative that they've got involved in this special series where we celebrate just a few of the amazing Lions Origins clubs out there. So today, I am absolutely pleased to be joined by Staines RFC in West London. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Very good, thank you.
What we'll do is we'll just go round the sort of round table. Steve, if you want to introduce yourself and tell us your role within Staines.
Yeah, so my name's Steve Leach. I'm the chairman and director of Staines RFC. Also run social media and attempting to play a bit this year as well.
Thank you. Yeah, at some point. Yeah. Well, thanks for giving up some time to join us. And Hannah, welcome to the roundtable.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm part of the women's section, newly founded at Staines. Getting things kicking off, hopefully getting to a league, ready for next season. So excited about it. But yeah, it's great to be part of the team.
Excellent. Yeah, once again, yeah, thanks for giving up some time. And finally, James, introduce yourself and welcome to the roundtable.
Thank you for having me. Hi, I'm James. Yeah, glorified back rower attempting to play in the centres, I think.
Man after my own heart. So, Steve, give us a little bit of background on Staines for people that might not know about you and your story.
So, formed in 1926, playing in the Lammas Park, actually in Staines. Played all the way through up until the war, and then thankfully, some of the founder members then purchased some land in Hamworth. So we now, even though we've kept the name, we now preside in West London, just off the 316. And we own and operate the 5 pitches and a clubhouse now.
Very nice, very nice. So how many teams do you run, Hannah? And you said you were part of the new Staines women's team. Tell us a bit about that.
So still early stages of the women's team, first few months getting going. We've got nearly an entire squad now, which obviously during a pandemic is a pretty good effort. Lots of mixture of experiences. I mean, myself, I've been playing for easily 10, 12 years now, varying positions, slowly getting slower as I'm getting older. And we've got some brand new newbies. Inner Warrior was yesterday, had 2 new people that battled through the rain.
Excellent.
So yeah, it's getting there. A few months to build up for the league, though.
And James, what's it been like not playing for the last 15 months?
Horrendous, if I'm honest. Socially and physically, you get in a routine of your Tuesday, Thursday, and then playing on a Saturday and seeing your mates. And it's been a bit difficult, but it's been good the last few weeks being back at it.
So, Hannah, how has the last year affected the club?
Yeah, it's been hard. A bit like what James said. You're in that routine of doing a certain thing, certain time, seeing your friends. It was kind of my only social aspect because I'm super busy with work. So to lose that was difficult. Yes, we started the group chats and kept each other company there. I was lucky to be able to work through the pandemic, whereas I know quite a few, particularly the ladies, were furloughed, found it really tricky, got themselves in quite, sort of upsetting states of mind. But as a team, we pulled each other through, and now being able to see each other is great. But it's been tricky. It has been hard. But it's nice to hopefully be seeing light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, hopefully so. And James, what did the club do to sort of keep people's spirits up, especially during the first couple of lockdowns?
So it was we all sort of pulled together and started little fitness groups, which was quite a surprise, really. And I think we've all gone from being not unfit, but we've definitely become a lot fitter. And the beauty of it is it's still going on now. And we've gone through 3 lockdowns. And to be honest, it's almost like the pack and the backs have swapped. So I think the backs are heavier than the forwards now, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, well, Steve has been on the normal versions of this podcast 3 or 4 times, and it was actually on podcast number 1 back in July last year, and he has lost an absolute ton of weight. So fair play to you lot.
Yeah, you smashed it, Steve.
It's been good fun though. I think those little fitness groups have really brought different groups of people together as well. James is being quite reserved, but his company have helped us with doing some virtual fitness stuff as well to keep the club going, to reach out to our mini parents and the younger players and players that normally wouldn't get out of the house, like Hannah said, people that are struggling with doing anything at all. So bringing our partnerships together as well as our player squad has been absolutely amazing.
Brilliant. So, Steve, as the chairman and the director of the club, how has the club done, financially, I guess, over the lockdown periods?
So we've been quite lucky to be able to access some grants from local government. We're also very lucky to receive some of the Winter Survival Fund from the RFU. So we've done pretty well with that. We also helped the local council by being a rapid test centre. So since February, we've housed one of Hounslow's rapid test centres. They've recently left us so that we can open back up again. But yeah, we've come out in a good position. We're invested in the facilities to get them ready for return of people indoors. Which,
as of recording, is today. So why aren't you all there having a drink instead of talking to me?
Because the weather's horrendous.
Well, it's dreadful, absolutely dreadful. So yeah, we're not here to talk about things like the weather. We're actually here to talk about the fact that Staines are one of the 681 Lions Origins clubs. Canterbury are delighted to help grassroots rugby clubs celebrate the remarkable fact they have developed and nurtured a line amongst their pride of their club. There are, as I said, 681 Lions clubs, and you can see them all on the map. And if you go to Canterbury.com, you can find that map and all the players' details that played for possibly your club. All Lions Origins clubs can have an exclusive logo added to their kit for nothing, which I have seen Staines with one, and I'm very jealous. Might have to get myself a shirt. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can see it. So you can celebrate the history and the contribution of your club that has given everything to the best club in the world, the British and Irish Lions. So head to Canterbury.com for all the information on that. So Steve, what does it mean for Staines to be a Lions Origins club? So
during lockdown, it actually enabled me to talk to the Lions historian team and get it verified. It didn't take much because Laurence, lucky enough, did a ad campaign during the last World Cup wearing one of our shirts. So
brilliant.
That helped a lot. I think for a club our size, it means a great deal to be able to say we helped one of the best international players that's ever graced the England shirt on his rugby journey, and he's just done another Rugby World bit and holds up another Staines shirt as the start of his journey. So it's great to be able to get a little bit of insight from the pros to how they've started and to be any part of that Lions journey is amazing.
Absolutely. And the lion that we're talking about here, you have one lion that's attached to your club, and it is the incredible Laurence Delaglio.
It was indeed, yeah, local lad. He's been
three British and Irish Lions tours, 97, 2001 and 2005. So a real Lions legend.
Yeah, and a World Cup winner to add to that as well. So it's all good.
Oh, only a World Cup winner.
Yeah.
Only a World Cup winner. So, Laurence Delaglio was an incredible rugby player. Your memories of Laurence?
As a player, I'm a massive Wasps fan, so he was the reason I supported Wasps. Yeah, well, someone's got him. They were ripping up when I was growing up. So watching him and knowing that he'd been at the club that I had been at since I was 6 years old was always great, and the reason that attracted me to Wasps in the first place. So to being able to link it all the way through now and then bringing it to its head with being able to have the logo on the kit now, we launched our own Lions branded Canterbury stuff with tackle bag. So we've got some limited edition training shirts as well, which is great. I've seen some of the little uns and some of the big uns running around with them on the training pitch now. So it's just nice. It's a talking point for the club. One of the kids in my boys' age group turned around and said, "Wow, I didn't realise we had someone like that have played for the club." So even like 10-year-olds, they still know who he is.
Hannah, what does it mean to have the legend Laurence sort of be attached to the club that you play for?
So, I mean, it's not something I actually really knew about until fairly recently. But I did have the chance of actually meeting him, sadly not at Staines, but actually at the Stoop for one of these fun school training days thing when I was maybe 14, 15. And one of the biggest things I remember is how big he was as a human. Yeah. He is massive. He shook my hand and my hand just disappeared. And I think I just stood there in awe for a good 5 minutes and then realised I had to run around. But an amazing guy, and to have that link with the club is fantastic. And hopefully we'll have a few of these youngsters come through and be the future ones.
Yeah. So, James, as a player of the back row, what does it mean to have Laurence Delaglio attached to the club?
Absolutely huge. Like Steve, well, I'm a Bedford boy, born, and I still follow the club. But I moved to Oxford around 9-10 years old, and me and my father have always sort of very closely followed Wasps. So yeah, having Laurence Delaglio associated with the club, especially for myself, I'd like to think I looked up to him and tried to base your game around him. But yeah, just so many memories from him, and like Steve said, World Cup winner. You can't ask for much more, really.
Definitely not. So let's go back to Staines. How has the last few weeks been for you being back at training, James?
It hurts a lot. Yeah, it's been a bit of a shock to the system, sort of as a continuous running. But hopefully the ground is going to be softening up, he says, going into May, June. But yeah, it's been a bit of a shock to the system for the legs. It's been getting harder and harder to get out of bed every morning on a Wednesday or Friday. But it's been really good. It's been really good to be able to see the group of guys and girls again, and it's good to see that the club's got a buzz about it. Yeah, and just looking forward to to the next stage of rugby, whether that be in a league format or getting some more contact or touch fixtures on down the road.
And Hannah, the same question to you, but how has it been knowing that you formed a women's team during lockdown, and now you all get to be together and train together and get to know each other?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little bit nuts. A few of the girls that first came over to Staines with this idea have played together at a previous club. Having these people finally turn up in person and seeing them rather than just through that chat on WhatsApp has been really, really nice. It is a very family-related club, so the guys been very welcoming. It's such a nice club to be part of. But yeah, similar to James, like, you can do as much fitness as you want. It's not quite the same as the first few times you have to pull yourself off the floor. It is a very different fitness, but I'm loving being back. I'd love to get some more games and stuff sorted out now. So fingers crossed. Like I said, leagues, touch games, don't care. Let's get this ball rolling.
And Steve, you've retired more times than anyone I've ever known. What's it like being back in pre-season?
Yeah, good. First proper. Well, it's been an everlasting pre-season.
Yeah.
So I suppose it came at the right time for me. So shift a bit of weight, get the fittest I've been in, 15 years, and get ready to go. But as James said, I think our front row's probably lost. Well, we'll put all around 105 to 110 kilos. We've got some of our centres that are around that now. So it's been good. It was nice to see 60, 70 players on the first training session back. Going into lockdown, we didn't have those numbers going into it. So coming out and seeing everybody ready to go and being back and having a laugh with the guys it's been nice. It's just been nice to be back around people, chucking a rugby ball around and having some fun. I think that for us has been the biggest thing, putting the fun back into the rugby. It's a nice chilled environment, but everybody's happy to get the work done.
Definitely. And Hannah, you said there about getting some games. Is the plan over the summer to play a few games, or are you just going to wait to see what happens in September?
No, we're working on it. We're still trying to work out what sort of league form. Obviously, being a newly formed club, it's putting ourselves in at the right level to help. Because, like I said, we've got people like myself who've been playing for years, and we've got people who literally have maybe picked up a ball a week before lockdown. So, it's finding that balance. I mean, everyone in even just a few sessions back's progressed. We've already scoped a couple of local teams that are in a similar situation. So hopefully at least a few maybe friendly touch games leading into maybe a bit more contact-based stuff. Love to be in a league, but we've got to see what happens first.
So, James, what does the summer look for you and the club?
Well, I've got to catch up with the front row. I've got a lot more running to do. But yeah, no, it's just sharpening the skills up again. I'm still recovering from surgery, third one on the shoulder. So for me, the summer is, sort of getting back to contact ready, sharpening the skills ready for September. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hope I haven't jinxed it by saying that. But yeah, just looking forward to keeping the routine up of Tuesday, Thursdays, and hopefully getting some socials in as well.
Definitely around the Lions games.
Absolutely,
of course.
So Steve, where do you see the club in the short, medium, and the long term?
Short term, getting the guys back on the pitch, getting some kind of match done, whatever that looks like. Just getting a rugby ball chucked around. We played a ready for rugby game the other day under lights on a Friday. Nice. Buzz around the club was amazing. So getting some more of that. Welcoming people back indoors, and then obviously showing some live rugby. We've got some great games coming up, including the tour. So I think that's probably the medium term stuff, is getting people back in the bar, enjoying some live sport. Long term, getting the ladies up and running properly, watching them on a Sunday, getting the kids back playing properly, inviting teams over, and hopefully for us having 2 senior men's sides out regularly now, after some recruitment over lockdown.
Brilliant. Before we sort of come to the end of the chat, first of all, got an ad. So if you're watching this, you can see behind Steve there are 2 very nice customised Canterbury jerseys. So if you're looking for a new kit for the new season, use Canterbury's customisation website to design your club's new kit, and you can get their new Riona jersey, which I'm told means lion, which is inspired by the Lions, and you can do that by visiting canterbury.com and get started today. So talk about the summer and the Lions. We'll go around the table. Who is your sort of ultimate Lions legend? We'll start with Steve.
Dawson, probably, for that cheeky
Dummy over the top.
Yeah, dummy over the top, yeah.
Incredible moment. I've watched Living with the Lions '97 about 5 times in lockdown, and watched it again the other day, and it just gets better and better. And Hannah, to give us your Lions legend.
I have to say Robinson. I just love him. Speedy, the legs, it's not my position by any means. I am not built like him. I'll never run as fast as him. But just watching him run rings around people was just incredible to watch as a young supporter.
Especially on that 2001 Lions tour, where he hadn't actually been playing Union for that long. So it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And James?
I'm going to go with a bit different. I'll go with Brian O'Driscoll. I think the guy is just a phenom. Unfortunately, his 2005 tour came to an abrupt end very quickly. But, I mean, he played even after that, and they had a good tour in South Africa and Australia. And, I mean, that hit he put on one of the South Africans still goes viral, and he just gets up and gets on with his game.
Just a shame he didn't get that third test in Australia.
No,
it would have just as much as he's a winning Lion, he would have just absolutely cemented that legacy as one of the all-time Lions greats.
Absolutely.
So we'll go around the table once more, but just give us the one quality that Staines has that clubs should know about, and why you love Staines so much. Who wants to take that first?
I'll take it. Go on,
Hannah.
I'll have it. It's the family aspect. I've been at a few clubs from sort of under 18 level. They always say, "Oh yeah, it's a family club." This one actually is like, our coach has taught the place for the younger squads. We've got dads and sons at the club. It's just everyone's involved. Everyone supports each other. Some of the old clubs, I wouldn't know half of the men's team, and I'd been there 3 or 4 years. I already know a lot more of the guys here. They're so supportive, happy to offer advice, and everyone's in it for the same thing. Everyone just wants to play and enjoy rugby, and it's just fantastic. Everyone's so supportive.
Brilliant. And James?
We should have gone first now.
What do you think I did it?
Hannah has hit the nail on the head there. But for me as well, personally, it's sort of like sort of brotherhood off the field as well. I'd like to think that I've made long-lasting friendships off the field as well. It's as much as it is to do with the rugby. I've made some good friends and look to go through that with my life as well.
And finally, Steve.
I'm gonna, even though it's been said already, I'm gonna stick with Hannah and say family for me. So my mum dragged me along after she played for the women's team back in the 90s. I've played there since I was 6. My son now plays at the club, and my wife coaches his age group. So it's been running through the Leach family for quite a few years now. So if I didn't say family, I think I'd be wrong. But more so recently, also community. I think we've reached more out into our community in the last 18 months than we've done in the 50 years we've been in it. So I think, that we've done a lot to cement that family ethos throughout the club.
Brilliant. And that's a perfect sentence to end on, I think. Perfect sentence to end on. But I will just ask, who wants to give out the social media information so everyone can find out more about Staines?
And you do yours. You do yours, and I'll do the club, shall I? So Staines' main club is at Staines Rugby on all good social media.
That was easy enough. And Hannah is quickly Googling it.
Yeah, I'm like that. Where is it?
You're trying to everybody.
Where's Kimmy? I need Kimmy. Your best bet is probably on Instagram, which is Staines Women RFC. We try and keep everything's updated. All of our training stuff's up there. So yeah, give it a check out. And any girls who want to come down, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 7:30 till 9.
Fantastic. So look, Steve, Hannah, James, I really appreciate you giving up your time. I hope to get to Staines very soon. Steve owes me a few beers. And have to thank Canterbury, obviously. They've been brilliant in putting these Lions Origins episodes together, which you can get every Lions match day, and there's 9 of them. So even if this isn't the first, go back and listen to the first few. We've got some great clubs and great stories to tell from all these clubs. Head to canterbury.com for all your Lions merchandise. And all I have to do now is thank everyone for watching and listening. And yeah, take care, and we'll catch you again soon. Cheers.
Cheers, Sean.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Sean.